All right, y'all, we have completely lost track of the days. It was easier to keep track of them. Let me see. It was easier to keep track of them whenever I was working out every day. But I've been taking days off. I was getting that tendonitis in my elbows. And I've also, in the time of, in this process of taking days off, because when I started this series, I wanted to take like 0 days off. I also realized that it's probably really beneficial to my life as a whole to take days off. Now, one of the benefits, I'm going to be posting a full day of eating every day. I stopped doing that as well. I kind of just took a break from it. Not really intentionally. I was fucking up on my diet and my elbows, but at least I was working out, and then my elbows started hurting and that messed with my training. And I kind of got discouraged for a second, but I'm not down and out, you know what I mean? I'm going to still be posting pretty freaking consistently. My goal right now is to still do a full day of eating every day and then probably train 5 days a week. But I think I might actually start taking some off days because it allows me to do like other things, right? It allows me to have a relaxing night just chilling at home with my girlfriend. It allows me to work on something around the house or play my guitar or play my piano or just do other hobbies that I'm into. And I think that, whoa. I see why this person did that. What the fuck? These people are like in the middle of the road with a trailer. Oh, and now they're driving away. I don't know what's going on. These people are like loaded up on a Christmas trailer. You know what? I'm gonna shoot past these people. I'm literally driving on the wrong side of the road. Like there's a median and I'm driving into oncoming traffic to get around this trailer of people. I don't even know why they have this. They have a trailer loaded up with Christmas lights. It doesn't make sense. All right, so there's a bunch of people on the trailer. It's like a hayride or something in the middle of a neighborhood. Anyway, yeah, I think I can make the same amount of progress and work out less, and I can keep the volume low. So we're gonna test out just how little we can work out and still make progress. Of course, bringing the intensity every time. Now tonight, I keep looking at the what? How did it get that far off? Is it super far off? I keep looking at the camera because tonight is my first night using the new lens. So I've been using a fixed millimeter lens, and now I have a zoom lens on there. So I was using a 35, and now I'm using a 16 to 35. So I just have it set at 35, but the aperture doesn't go as low. So I'm not used to the settings here. So this may be too dark. I had to adjust the internal brightening more because the aperture doesn't let as much light in, which makes everything darker. So I'm not sure if this is going to be bright enough or not. Should still be a pretty crispy image. But to talk about that lens for a second, it's great for the full day of eatings. It's an amazing piece of equipment. It's definitely the one I'm going to stick with. But for the gym videos, the prime lenses actually work pretty well. Like typically for these gym videos, I'm just doing a 35 the whole time. 35 in the car, 35 in the gym. And it gives a really beautiful, crisp image, blurry background. It looks great. But I'm not going to keep the primes and the zoom. I mean, I would in a perfect world, but this lens by itself was like $2,300. So I'm going to sell the primes and make some of my money back. And we're going to stick with this lens. But the cool thing about this lens is like this is 35 millimeters, right? When we get to the stop sign, I'll zoom it out and show y'all the different perspective we can have. But basically, it's great for me when I'm doing my full day of eatings because I would do most of my vlog stuff with a 14, which is super wide, and it's not always, different lenses do great for different things. But the versatility of this one, being able to kind of get like a closer up shot or a wide angle shot or a medium shot is awesome. So just to show y'all, since no one's behind me, let's see, is it this? I'm still learning this lens. Okay, that's the focus ring. Whoa, see? And now we're at 16 millimeters, which is super wide. I mean, look at all the When did y'all ever see this much truck? Never, right? And I don't know what y'all can see. This truck's pretty dirty. I need to clean it out. It's like I always like clean out my truck, and then I like within like a week it's like it's like full of shit, because I just like I get like cups, I just throw them off to the side, receipts, napkins, all kind of stuff. But yeah, so like 16 millimeters, that's pretty freaking cool. So what 16 millimeters is good for is like, one, the wider, I'm gonna give you all a little lesson here. The wider it is, like this is being super wide, the more stable your footage is gonna look. It seems pretty much like common sense. If it's a super wide angle, like any like small vibrations and movement aren't really gonna show up. But if you zoom in considerably, and you can test it on your iPhone, zoom in and then try to hold the phone steady and watch the footage back. It's gonna, every micro vibration is gonna show. So wide angle is really good for getting smooth shots. It's really great for like establishing shots. If you're in like a small area, making the area look bigger, they use wide angle lenses for like a lot of real estate, getting like a small bathroom in the corner, and it actually makes it look like 3 times the size, appealing to the buyer. Wide angle is great for vlogging because you can only hold the camera so far away from you, so it shows you and it shows a little bit of the background. So once again, establishing the scene. And then as you get closer in, it looks more cinematic. Well, a lot of wide angle stuff isn't going to be cinematic, but if you get to like 35 millimeters, that's your standard focal length for like being natural to the human eye and getting a good cinematic look. Okay, 50 millimeters as well. And then if you go like 85 plus, I mean, you're gonna get like just this super crazy looking, like if you're focusing on someone's face and they're talking and you have like 85 millimeter, the background's just gonna be like blurred. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful. Okay, let me put this back to 35 here. All right, yeah. All right, yeah, and obviously, like you saw, I could do in between. I could go in between this. I could do 24 millimeters. I could do 28 millimeters. You know, there's a whole range of things I can do. But this lens is pretty fun. This was the initial lens that I had when I used to do YouTube. It wasn't this one. Well, it was. This is the Mark II, but it was the Mark I of this one. And then I kind of changed over the years and found my way back to this one because the new Mark II version is the shit. And I'll have to talk about that in a separate video. Just today's a workout video, and I know not all of y'all are interested in camera equipment, so I need to make a separate camera video. Camera videos. Whoa, that person's driving kind of fast. Yeah, I need to make separate videos geared specifically towards camera stuff. This is just kind of my passion for cameras, camera tech, videography, photography spilling over into my fitness content. But today, to talk about the workout, today we're doing back. And back, man, I never noticed that was like an open ceiling office. Anyway, the reason I'm doing back is, one, it's pretty much the day to do back. I've taken some days off, so I could do anything really. Wait, oh, I farted. I know y'all heard that. But yeah, I've been wanting to fart on camera for a while, because typically I need a fart and then I stop recording and I'm like, wah! That was actually a pretty weak fart compared to the ones I typically have. But it smelled pretty bad. Whew. It's pretty stinky, okay? Wait, so the reason I'm doing back, I could do anything at this point. I could do legs again. I've taken so many days off. I could do chest, shoulders, arms, whatever. But I was having that crazy tendonitis in my elbows. And if I do arms, so what I find is that the tendonitis is most... Man, this car's still here with the flat tire. These people abandoned their fucking car. If y'all been keeping up with this series, I showed this car like 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago. I don't know. But anyway, what I found with the tendonitis is it's mostly affected by pushing. So shoulders is going to aggravate it. Chest is for sure going to aggravate it. And triceps will aggravate it as well, right? So shoulders, chest, and arms are kind of out of the equation. And like, I haven't been feeling it, but I don't want to feel it. You know what I'm saying? So back doesn't really bother me. I think it's kind of like decompression, right? So like on back, you're like pulling. So even though I'm bending my elbows, I feel like it's the compressing force on my elbows that causes the pain. So back is actually decompressing because the weight's pulling against my arm as I pull it back. So we'll see if that theory checks out or not, if I start feeling some pain tonight on my back day. And if I do start feeling pain on the back day, we're gonna have to be like a leg specialist for a little while, because I just won't be able to hit upper body. I read on Google for tendonitis, like the best way to like treat it is to take 3 weeks off. 3 to 6 weeks off, actually. And you know I'm not doing that shit. You know I'm not taking that long off. So we'll just become like a leg specialist. Maybe train. You know, we could do maybe legs like 3 times a week, you know? Just have like a quad specific day and then a hamstring specific day. We could bring back the glute and ab day, you know? I mean, there's other things you can do to train, you know? We can start using kettlebells or something, as long as it doesn't involve pressing, like some swings. I actually just got in this GHD reverse hyper like hybrid machine, so we could get into doing some stuff like that, which I want to do anyway. But I'm really pretty set in my ways with the traditional bodybuilding style lifts. So I'm hoping, and I do want to get my bench press up. I do want to work on bench press more, because it was going really well until my elbows decided to be fucking 100 years old and give out on me, okay? So, yeah. That's just me rambling. Today's back day. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this truck off. Ooh, my headphones. Oh, my phone. I left my phone at the house, y'all. Fuck. I don't have music. Damn, how did I do that? All right, well, I might actually go back home for my phone. Home is like 6 minutes away. I might do that. So regardless, I will see y'all in the gym. All right, y'all, so we did a little change up here. I don't know if this is gonna be the right camera angle, but you know what's cool about this new lens is if I want to simply expand it a little bit and make it the right angle, I certainly can, okay? So, basically what just happened is I drove to the gym, forgot my freaking phone. So I was like, great, now I don't have a phone. I don't have music. I'm going back home and get the phone. That was my plan. I'm going to go back home, get the phone, and I'm going to come back to the gym. And then once I got here, I was like, you know what? I don't want to go back. I hate wasting time. So, I mean, I don't mind wasting time on my own accord, but when I accidentally waste time, that pisses me off. So I was just like, you know what? Back is one of those days that I can do here pretty effectively. So I was like, you know, I'm not. Plus, when I get back home, like when I get home, you know, dogs don't have a perception of time. They're like, yay, he's back. So I wasn't about to get back, get them all excited, then leave right away again. So I'm just doing the back workout here. It's probably going to be a pretty quick one. This is going to be my first set. I haven't done anything yet, but I'm going to do some of these guys. I'm going to do probably some chest supported with a landmine. Possibly. I don't know. I'm definitely going to do some of those one-arm cables bracing with the bench. And I don't know. That might be it. That might be all I do. I don't want to... Okay, so one of the other reasons I didn't go back to the gym is because I was like, if my tendonitis does start acting up, I'd rather be at home. So like that way, if I need to call the workout early, I'll like already be home. I don't have to like, I don't know, waste all that time and then end up having a bad workout. Let's see. So this is just, we're literally just getting the blood flow here. There's no real attention to speed, like tempo, form, or anything. I'm just kind of getting a feel for the weight. Let's see. Let's go all the way down to here. I'm pretty sure I do the whole stack and then a little extra. And this workout will be one of those one where it's like probably like a big long continuous recording, because I tend to go through the workouts pretty quick at the home gym. All right, let's see. And the only thing for this that I wish I had is maybe some kind of like foot plate, because I got to squeeze my thighs together on the bench to hold my torso in place. I could probably put these, let me see. Probably put these hundreds right here. We'll see how that works. Put the 100s right there, some little foot plates. It's rubber on rubber, so I'm hoping it has some good stability there. Maybe a little wider. Yeah, so the home workouts are a little more raw because you actually get to see the process of me doing stuff. I'm gonna have to put my feet on the metal bar part. Let's see if that does something. Okay, yeah, that works. We're gonna put the whole stack on. It's so crazy how working out every day gives you like this artificial sense of progress. So like when you stop working out every day, it gives you an artificial sense of regression. So what I mean by that is like when I'm working out every day, I feel like I'm like constantly pumped pretty much. Like I'm always riding a pump and I'm always getting that stimulus. So I feel like I'm in better shape than I am. But then as soon as I stopped working out every day and I don't have that residual pump, like I've never felt like softer. I feel just so soft and fat, even though like my weight's the same as it has been like the last 2 weeks. Like not much has changed, if anything. I feel like soft and I feel like I'm gonna be weak, but I'm not weak. I may even be stronger, because I took time off. But it's like all mental, which is pretty crazy. Let me butt these up. But this works out really well for the foot plate. I never thought to do that. Okay. I shouldn't have even done 8 reps there. I need to put my little pin thing on and add some plates here. We're going beyond the full stack. I'm actually going to cut the recording right here because I don't know where my pin is. I got to find it. Wait, is this it? No, that's not it. All right, I'll be right back. All right, y'all. So a few things happened while we were gone. One, I realized that the 35 millimeter, the more zoomed in, is actually the perfect angle. So I went ahead and zoomed the camera back in. But also, I went to take a shit, which is very convenient. The bathroom's right across the hall. Now we found the pin and we put the whole stack, plus there's a 35-pound plate. I could have put a 45. I might be able to do a 45, but the way I see it is I'll slap on a 35. It was just easier to get to. And if I need to go up from there, we can always just add more. There's that bar to add the plates is like, it's 6 inches long. Pretty long if you ask me. So I can fit a few more plates on there if I wanted to. Plenty of room to add more weight. All right, let's see where we're at with this weight. So, I like to stick to 8 reps. I just did like 12 and a half or so. So we can't add more weight. And we're gonna do one more set. I'm doing 2 working sets of everything. Being that I went to failure there, I'm gonna do another working set. Now, I was watching Paul Carter. That's like the only person I listen to when it comes to lifting. And he's talking about why going heavier is better. And basically, you can achieve hypertrophy from, higher rep sets, but it's very fatigue inducing. So the heavier you go, the less fatigue you get just from lower volume. And the longer rest periods you do, the more you allow yourself to recover from fatigue, and thus can replicate a set better and also get more gains. So that's typically how I work out. Higher weight, longer rest periods, less reps. And he was also saying, which I need to look more into this because it kind of seems contradictory to what I've been seeing, is he was saying that, like, I've been seeing people say, like, it's the reps towards the end that are building the muscle. Like, when you're straining to get that last rep up, those are the ones that are driving more, like, motor unit recruitment and stimulating the muscles to grow. But Paul was saying that the beginning reps are, like, for, maybe not for all muscle groups, but for larger muscle groups, the beginning reps are the most motor unit recruitment. I don't know. So basically, okay, so, well, maybe it works like this. I'm not sure. I'm speculating. Maybe the beginning and the end of your sets are the most stimulating, and in the middle is like the least, perhaps. So if you do a shorter, so if you say you're doing like 15 reps, maybe the first 4 and the last 4 are the most stimulating. So why not just do 8, where you're basically at the beginning and the end the whole time? The beginning and the end the whole time. Woo! Maybe that's what they're saying. I'm gonna add, I don't know. I just did a lot of reps. See, now y'all can't see me. I just did a lot of reps, but I'm also kind of fatigued, so I'm just gonna slap a 10 on there. I thought about doing a 25. I'm just gonna hit it with a 10. All right. Let's see. I don't know how long it's been. It's so weird, y'all. So, my crew, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing, little boy? I thought I closed the door. Who's your little boy, huh? Who's your little boy? Look, let the people see you. Let the people see you. Look at this little bastard. Look at him. Cootie. All right, go see your mama. Go, get out of here. All right. I love that he came to visit me. He is like, that dog is 100% imprinted on us. Like, anytime we like walk in and out of a room, he's following us everywhere we go. He always has to be touching us. He is like imprinted on us so hard. Like Maya, she follows me around. She's looking for me a lot. She cries when I leave. But if she like wants to rest on the couch and I leave the room, she's going to stay resting on the couch. She's like, fuck that. I'm doing my own thing. He can't do his own thing. He's like codependent. And I love that. I don't know what I was saying, but this is going to be the last working set of this. I have the sauna heating up. I really love home gym workouts. I just remember what I was saying, but we'll talk about it after this set. That was a good setting. So what I was saying is, hold on. I'm gonna adjust this up just a little bit. We're gonna widen this like so. And then we can talk and y'all can see me, okay? Thick thighs save lives. Yo, this shirt. It's so crazy because I've heard that saying for forever. So I wouldn't think making a shirt like this would have a big impact. But Jay Lane made this shirt and I get so many comments on this shirt. Like so many people are like, wow, that shirt's amazing. As if it's like, I don't know. People are like, oh, I just love that. Thick thighs save lives. Especially with the body positivity thing going on. A lot of bigger people really like this shirt. They're like, oh, honey, I'm thick. You talking about me? All right. So, what I was saying is, my old house was an above the ground house. So it got, I gotta move that dumbbell. It got super cold. Like right now it's like 45 degrees outside. So in my old house, it would literally be, if I didn't run the heater, it would be 45 degrees inside. It got just as cold. There was also no insulation in the outside walls. I learned that later. But apparently in those old homes, they didn't really put a lot of insulation. So, yeah, it would get like really freaking cold in the winter. This house doesn't do that because it's on the ground, it's well insulated. So we have not run the heater or the AC. Like the AC has been on, but it's not running because it's cold enough outside where it doesn't have to run. But we haven't had to use AC or heat in like a long time. I don't even know. But what I'm getting at with that is that it is pretty chilly in the house. Like it doesn't get to 45, like it's 45 outside. It gets to like 62 in here. But 62 is pretty damn cold just to like live, just to exist in. But it's not cold enough to where I want to start the heater. So I got in here and it was pretty cold and I didn't really want to, it's kind of not very motivating to get moving when it's cold. But already I'm like freaking hot as hell because I have the door closed and I'm working up a sweat. So it's a little bit of a duality here. Let me put this up here. Because I'm both hot and cold. Like my fingertips are still cold, but my torso is getting pretty damn warm. All right. I think we do about 75 on this. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's about 75 that I did last time. So is this a good angle? Boom, boom. So typically I like to frame it up where I am centered. It just works out the best if I want to edit it for like a vertical video or something. It works out best in general, like for the viewer's eye and everything, if I'm just centered. But I'm gonna be stepping back. If I did more home workouts, I'd probably have this down to a freaking science. But I've been liking going to the gym lately. That'll probably be good. All right. So we're doing the low to high rows. And basically I'm doing this one because I like it. And it's also just a really easy setup. Like all I had to do is move that cable. What I'm probably gonna do is do these low to highs and then incline this bench and do the high to low bracing ones. And then if I feel like I did enough, I'm gonna stop there. The only other movement I'm thinking about doing is that landmine row, the chest supported. But that takes like setup and stuff, so I might not do that. All right. All right, we're gonna go up and wait a little bit, but I'm gonna go grab some water. All right, y'all, so we popped the old t-shirt off. I don't even really want to call it a pump cover because that wasn't the purpose of it. It was a pretty tight shirt. But I moved up to 85 from 75. Now on the 75, I was probably within like 2 reps of failure. So I'm gonna call that a working set, but I'm actually gonna do 2 more working sets because I think I'm only doing 1 more movement. So I'll probably do 3 working sets total here, 3 working sets total in the next one, and that'll be my 8 total working sets. Typically I'm doing 2 working sets of 4 movements to make 8, but in this case, we did 2 on the first movement, 3 and then 3 to make 8. Because I don't feel like doing any vertical pulling. I don't feel like setting up the chest supported row. I just feel like kind of taking the easy route, okay? I will say I do feel stronger from taking some rest days, so I'm definitely gonna implement, I'm probably gonna start training 5 days a week now instead of 7. I was really doing 7 to kind of stay consistent and always have content coming out, but I don't make money to make this content, so I like making it, but I need to make time for other stuff as well. So I'm gonna take a couple of rest days. It's also probably gonna help me in the gym. Hey, I let my little dog in here and he's so mischievous. I feel like that was a mistake. Hey boy, what do you have? What do you have? Did you just eat something? You are so cute. You're the cutest thing that ever existed, okay? But I need you to get out of here because I can't watch you this whole time. Go, go, go. And little bastard, he's so cute, but he finds everything on the ground and he like eats it. Like it could be like, I've never seen him eat metal, but I guarantee if he found like a small screw on the ground, he would just eat it. And that's a trip to the vet that I don't feel like making. So, all right. All right, y'all, so those first 2 reps, I realized I was pulling a little high. I see a lot of people make that mistake. They pull high and you're using like your bicep and the top part of your forearm, whatever the fuck that's called. So you want to pull lower, like more towards the hip, you know. Pretty standard information. I was forgetting it just now. I was kind of compensating in a way. And I had to remind myself. And I'll tell you what, it's also a lot harder to pull with like a more lat focus. When you start using the bicep too, it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier. Yeah, I don't know. Taking this time off. The hard thing for me, y'all, with off days and taking time off is just like the building and losing of momentum. So one of the reasons, and you can figure out if you're this way or not. One of the reasons it's really good for me to do something every day, it's just sometimes that's the only way for me to remain consistent. Like, my elbows started hurting, so I took a day off of the gym. The day off of the gym ended up making me fall off my diet harder than ever. Like, I had been cheating on the diet, but I cheated even more the days that I didn't work out. And because I didn't have to post a gym video, I ended up not posting a full day of eating video. And now in like the last like 4 or 5 days, I've only posted one video. And I was posting 2 to 3 videos every single day. So the slightest change in my routine of not doing something constantly will like immediately throw me off my game. Like, I miss one day. I've said this before. If I miss one day, a lot of times it becomes a week, a month, 2 months, you know, sometimes a year. And then I'll like look back and be like, what was I doing? Why did I like slack off all that time? And it's just because like that one misstep. And then I just could never get back on track. So I think I'm doing better. I did hit that leg day and record it after taking a couple of days off and post it. So that was like, normally I'd fall off for a long time. I only fell off for a couple of days. But I have my full day of eatings, they're backing up because I've been filming them. I just haven't been posting them. And they're backing up so much at this point that I kind of don't feel like posting the old ones. I kind of feel like just starting from scratch. But we'll see. We'll see where we're at. I'm definitely going to post this one tonight, or at least I'm going to start uploading it tonight. Because like these home workouts are like the easiest ones to post because they're like long clips. But the processing and uploading time's still long because it's a pretty long video. So, all right, we're not going to waste too much time here. I got that sauna. I'm so looking forward to getting in that sauna, y'all. All right, let's see. Last working set here. Whew. That felt good. All right. Maybe like right there. All right. So, oh damn. These dumbbells aren't completely locked in right here. That would be a problem later. All right. So, what we're doing now is we did the low to high. Now we're gonna do the high to low. Oh, I always forget about this little no gap thing. Will that be enough? Now I'm gonna elevate it even more. You really can't do it too much. It's bracing. Really, I could probably do it straight up. Do I want to do it straight up? No, I won't do it straight up. But I also don't know. Last time I think I did it more at like a... I think I had the bench more over here. Let's see. Actually, I think I want to lower it. And you know, when you're doing something, figure it out, you know? Don't just try to rush into it. Think about it. That's why I'm showing this part. I could cut the camera off and be completely set up. But by showing y'all the process, I think that's cooler. We're gonna start here with 50. I'm just gonna do kind of like I'm gonna feel it out with 50. All right. And yeah, I mean, the pump's pretty good. Let me see where the camera angle's at as well. I want myself to be centered. I could probably zoom it in. I could probably raise it up a little bit. That might be a pretty good shot. That might be a little too high. There's such a balance, you know? If you're filming content, like really think about that when you're filming. Because it also matters where things are gonna end up, you know? Like I'm reaching over here and I'm gonna end up over here. So like, it might even be more advantageous for me to have the camera, like this be the center, to where when I'm like this, it's more centered. Because right now I'm gonna be way over here, and then when I get here, I'll be centered. That's just stuff I think about all the time. I'm always thinking about the framing. It just comes from you know, filming other people, being into videography. It comes from that background where I'm just always kind of thinking about the best shot. I might lower this even more just so that I can pull over it instead of on the side of it. The ideal situation for this is you'd have like a sharp backed bench, like just a little seat, and you could stabilize like that. That's what they have at the gym. But I do not have that. And I don't have room to fit that. But this is actually really good. Like stabilized like this, I can pull right over the bench. This will work just fine. This really isn't enough weight, but it does feel really nice. The contraction on this movement, I just did this for the first time, maybe like a month ago, and wow. I'm just doing that really for fun, just to feel the, I guess, get the mind-muscle connection activated. But we're gonna go up. I hate to make a huge jump, but I'm gonna, you know what? I was gonna go from 50 to 70, but I'm going from 50 to 65, which is still a pretty significant jump, but whew. I had a great neck crack earlier, and I don't know if y'all can relate, but sometimes when you have a great neck crack, it feels so good. You just want to immediately do it again and again and again. But it's not going to crack again because you just cracked it. So I had a really amazing neck crack earlier, and I feel like since then I've been chasing another one. And it's kind of dangerous because like I'll be like stretching my neck so far I'll like almost feel something pull. So I need to cut that out, you know. But y'all, in way of elbow tendonitis, I don't feel any at all. I don't feel any pain in my elbows, which is amazing. Honestly, I just need to take some rest days. I think I need to take some rest days. And also, so that's another thing I saw from Paul Carter is, or just another idea I got from him is just like doing heavier weight and less reps is ultimately less strain. Like tendonitis comes from repetitive use, like doing the same motion over and over again. So I explained this in the last video. You can get golfer's elbow, tennis elbow. It's not about heavy weight. It's about doing the same thing over and over again. I'm sure you can get masturbation elbow, you know? If that's a thing. I'm surprised I never got that because I used to really beat hard. Man, what am I even talking about? But yeah, it's repetitive. It's like overuse, the same motion over and over again. So, in theory, you lift heavier weight for less reps. You're not doing the motion as many times. So, and that's what I was saying. It was also, Paul also said that's the way to overcome he did a video on how to overcome a plateau in strength and size gains. And one of them was to add a rest day, which I don't have any. So I'm going to add a rest day, maybe 2. Another was to do heavier weight and less reps because it's less fatigue, and less fatigue also equals more rest and recovery. So it's less muscular damage and less inflammation that you're causing. So when I bench, I might start benching like heavy triples so that I'm not just constantly doing this, you know what I mean? Like if I do like 3 sets of heavy triples, that's 9 total reps. Whereas last time I did a set of 9.5 and then 2 sets of 7. So that's like 23.5 reps, is that right? Something like that. 23.5 reps versus 9 reps. That's a big difference. So I am going to start lifting heavier on the lifts, on bench press really. That's the one lift I want to get strong at. And maybe like do some heavy flat dumbbells too. But basically cut the repetitions in half. Because right now for bench press, I'm mostly concerned about strength. I've talked about this before, but like, I think we all want to be bigger. But at the same time, I'm a decent size. So I oscillate between like wanting to be strong and wanting to be bigger. But right now on bench press, I want to be stronger. I did that thing that I always do where I don't count the reps. It's such a focused squeeze on the unilateral movements that I'm so focused on what it feels like that I forget to count the reps. And if I was a bilateral movement, it wouldn't matter because I'm working both sides. But when I have to replicate a set on the other side, I need to know how many reps I did. So unfortunately, we're just going to go to fatigue here and hope that it was about the same amount of reps. Let me go up and weigh a little bit more. I'm gonna go to 75, from 65 to 75. And y'all, I kind of have the same crowd that's like leaving comments on my videos. I appreciate y'all. I like the positive feedback. I like having like regulars, I like interacting with the same people over and over again and kind of developing relationships. That's one of the cool things about having a small following. But, I still get hate. I still get like very ignorant comments. And even though they don't affect me on a deep level, but just like no matter how ignorant the comment is and I know it's dumb, it still triggers like an acute like anger. Like I'm like just to read it, I'm just like, oh man, this is exhausting. So anyone that's commenting like positive shit on my videos, I appreciate that. And I try to respond to every positive comment. So like if you've left a comment on my video and I didn't respond to you, somehow it slipped through the cracks. Like there's someone left a comment on one of my videos yesterday or this morning, and they said like they really love they just found my channel, they really love the content, and they subbed. And in the moment when I was reading it, I was doing something else, so I didn't reply. And I'm hoping I remember to reply, because I get more comments and then I lose comments in the feed, you know. But I really want to reply to that person and just say thanks, you know, because the support does mean a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. And I remember, like, I've had people that I like watching on social, and I would like see one of their videos, and before they were like, you know, some of them really blew up, you know, but I'd see their video and I would like see all these comments, and I'd see them responding to comments, and I would drop a comment and then I wouldn't get a response. And like if they had a small following, I'd almost take it kind of personally, because I'd be like, why'd you respond to like those 40 other people and not me, you know? So I know that it can feel that way. Like I get it now that I'm making content that is not personal. It's like you might just miss a comment, or might get like lost in the hustle and bustle, you know? But I just wouldn't want anyone to not feel heard. And like even if a lot of people are cool. Like there was a guy that messaged me today because I got my testosterone levels checked, and I posted that on Instagram. And some guy messaged me asking, you know, where I was getting them tested. I got them tested from my general practitioner. It's like a health and wellness thing. But when I opened his message to tell him that, you know, my doctor tested me, there was messages from 2002 where he was like supporting me. There was one where he asked me what kind of noodles I was using, or where I got the noodles I was using from, because I was posting some kind of noodle dish. But they had a few messages that I had missed from him. And I felt really bad. I always feel bad, because that'll happen to me frequently. I'll like open a message and I see someone's been messaging me like over and over again, and I never saw it. So like I apologized to him, and he was like, dude, it doesn't matter at all. He's like, I just love your content, bro. I appreciate you responding, blah, blah, blah. And that's fucking cool. Because some people, if you don't respond to them, they'll legit unfollow you. They take it really personally, but it's never personal. You know what I mean? So I appreciate the people that are like, no worries, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing. Because I really do try to get back to everyone. All right. And I can only imagine, you know, when you have a huge following, like how difficult it is. That's one of the things that bugged me when I started getting a following on TikTok, because I got like 100,000 on TikTok. I really couldn't keep up, and it kind of bothered me because I felt like I was neglecting people. That was 9. And I think I said I'd do 3 working sets on here, but this is where I'm going to call it. I'm ready to hop in that sauna. And just like that, we are done. We're done with the workout. You know, honestly, if I had gone to the gym, let's see. If I had gone to the gym, I'd have probably had a much more intense workout. I just tend to go pretty hard when I'm there. Like, there's different okay. I want to talk about this before we sign out here. But there's different levels of intensity. And it involves like other people. So, okay, like for instance, all the sets I did here, I went to failure, maybe did like 1 or 2 partials at the end. You could see at the end of the reps, I'm pulling as hard as I can. The weight's not going, I'm not doing a full rep. I'm stopping like here, you know. That's a partial. So I've gone beyond full range of motion. So I would say that's beyond failure, you know, of full range of motion. So I'm going as far as I can here. But then when I'm in the gym, I think just other people being around, you're kind of more stimulated to perform. So I think mentally and physically, I'm going to the same place as far as failure is concerned, but I'm performing better because there's other people around. And that's like subconsciously pushing me to do better. And similarly, whenever I went to Apex Training Gym, which I need to go back, and I did that one set of leg extensions, and Jace Lopez, the owner, was pushing me. He was like, another rep, come on, 3 more, you know, and he's screaming at me. I think I performed even better there. So like home gym, my top performance level might be here. Go to any other gym where there's people around, now I'm performing here. Go to a more hardcore place where someone's actually pushing you, now you're performing here. And that's pretty interesting because the perceived effort's always the same, but it's almost like you're going beyond your limits the more drive you're getting from other people, I guess. And that's why I would like to start working out with like a more serious crowd sometimes, just to push myself a little bit further. I was talking to one of my buddies. I only know him through Instagram. When I got on with Rise, he and I became mutuals. I've never met him in person or even like talked to him on the phone. But he's an open bodybuilder. He looks insane. And he's always taking his time out of his day to talk to me. And he's from Buffalo, New York. He lives in Buffalo. And I was just talking to him yesterday, actually. He was like, dude, come up to Buffalo. He's like, I'll show you where to eat. You'll have a ton of regrets because the food's like good regrets. Like the food's like really delicious, but really fattening. But he's like, yeah, you just binge eat. He said, we'll hit a training session. I'll work out with you. And we talked about going to Pure Muscle, which is in Canada. It's an hour away from Buffalo, apparently. But I would love to do that. I would love to train with him and just feel that intensity, even if it's just one time, you know? Because obviously I can't keep going back and forth to Buffalo. But even to get that one training session in and just feel that and meet him, you know, make friends, make connections, because he's always been a cool ass dude and I have a lot of respect for him. But in general, I'd just like to be around a more serious crowd that would push me. And there is a guy also that just moved to town that's pretty fucking serious. He's in good shape. And he and we're going to work out soon, I'm sure, because he's tagged me in a few of his stories. And he's like, bro, come spot me, you know? So he's kind of taunting me right now. We need to hit a session. But yeah, it's going to be a fun, I was going to say year, but the year's almost over. I guess 2024 is going to be kick-ass. We're going to do a lot of cool stuff. We're going on trips. We're going to meet some new people, have some good training sessions. We're going to stay consistent with the content and a lot of exciting things coming. A lot of exciting things coming. And I don't mean that in like, I don't know. I feel like influencers are like, big things coming, bro, big things. And it's like, my big things aren't in the way of influencing. They're just in the way of my personal life. But there are some like major changes that are about to happen that are going to be pretty exciting. So that's it. I'm just kind of rambling now. No car talk, of course. We're already home. So I'll see y'all in the next video.